Sorcs, the new spot, Decatur, Tennessee, virgin trail, about to be rammed by a virgin man. We've spent a fair amount of time crying about how cheeks we are in B class. It's time to reach out to the community for advice. Let's see what the Sorcs Facebook page has to offer. Josh Bowling suggests eating hot dogs. Strange advice for a man who eats hard-boiled eggs on the line. Anna Carson and Dennis Balakin suggest Miller Lite. Good idea. Chris Mock says, don't forget your tutu. Somebody needs to procure me one. Taylor O'Neill says sign up for the Pee-wees and sweep ass. Then Taylor Carrington tried the butt cheeks and the beans. Good idea, pal. Kane Ingle says if you crash, do in front of people, they love it. I do plenty of that in this round. Griff says shut up. Wayne Pate says I'm gay. And William McClure likes that. The hog farmer. Dwight Dredham suggests punching through that funky wall. It's time to be aggressive. It's time to not be smart. It's time to settle for nothing. We're not going to stay on two, and new Fred will be forged.
Good luck, have fun. Good luck, have fun, brother. Spectators. That's not good. Get rid of me. Second. Hey, how we doing? What an absolute disaster. This is my 5th ever B-class race. I finally kinda got over the heebie-jeebies, kinda finally got over being friggin' scared, and I was gonna give it my all in the start. And guess what happens? The button isn't buttoning. So we're in the back of the pack. We find ourselves behind Wyatt Garland. We end up following Wyatt for a good bit. We see Landon Hall up ahead. That's our arch nemesis. That guy has kicked our ass 9 out of 10 times. Each time we've raced him. That guy single-handedly pooped on me in C-class. We got a win against him one time in Monkeytown in Dayton, Tennessee, and that was the highlight of my friggin' year. Don't tell my wife. But we're here on the grass track, something we are not accustomed to, completely unused to. And we have no reservations, dude. The fear is gone. We're just gonna friggin' send it. We got pre-workout in our hydro pack. We're on one today, boy. We're on a business trip. We're on a mission. We're gonna give it all the beans we got. Oh, this guy, dude, he's perpendicular. What the heck is going on? He's in our way. See you later, pal. We're going up this hill climb from the nether. Just no choice, dude. Just give it some throttle. Give it the beans and see yourself up that thing. Let's go. Today's video is marginally scripted. We've actually got some talking points today. I'll maybe hit on them at some point in the video. We see Landon Hall take this hotline. What a terrible choice that was. Look at this vine. He ends up transferring the vine onto me, dude. That thing's wrapped around my front end. It's hitting me in the ass. It's hitting me in the face. It's friggin' everywhere, dude. And you see it in the friggin' DJI. Look at it. Oh, finally got that thing off me. It was whipping me pretty good, but we're finally past Landon. That's only happened once in our career, dude. So like, we're in urgency mode right now, dude. Going up this blindside hill. No idea what is going on. We're right behind Wyatt. We're trying to have him clear the way. We're gonna follow this guy's moves. Hopefully, he's gonna lead us to some faster lap times, and we're gonna keep this thing rolling. We are feeling a little out of place here in B class. I got this little talking point here on my paper saying, do I belong? I think that this race, for me personally, has proved, yeah. I think I finally do think I might be a B class rider. I felt that myself, I've been a C class idiot dum-dum for 2 years now. You know, I had 4 races in beginner class, and those didn't go well. Then I moved to C class, also didn't go well, and then I didn't have a good race until I finally got my KTM, and that was in Sparta. I ended up getting 3rd in 250C. Even from the first race I ever did, which was also in Sparta in beginner class, I fell in love immediately with Sorcs. I feel like I've become a part of the Sorcs community immediately. Most people know Fred. I don't know most people, but most people know Fred. He's that dude who posts dumbass stuff on the Facebook Sorcs page. He does all the stupid commentaries on YouTube, and people begrudgingly watch this. Somehow getting in front of Landon gets our panties in a bunch, dude, and we just go down right in the grass track. There he goes. That's the thumbnail right there. And the race is on. We get right back on this thing on that off-camber grass track turn that we clearly didn't see or plan for. And we go up to Carson Cable here in our class. Just see you later, pal. See you at the truck. Mild sketchiness incoming. What I didn't show you was me blowing through every single grass track turn and eating crap and stuff. So we let one person by, and now we got to let the entire row behind us by. There's still people behind me that are waiting to clench my cheeks. They're waiting to pass me. So we got to step up, shape up, and keep this thing rolling. First lap, we didn't know what we were in for. Look at this. This guy's struggling. I'm yelling at him. Get out of the way, dude. I got the recluse. I'm like a magician. I just give it some gas. Let me start screaming. Maybe he'll pull off. There we go. So even though we had a terrible start, Landon did too. We ended up passing Landon, and then we threw it away because we wanted to pancake ourselves on that beautiful grass track, silty section. Not ideal. But we are so hungry right now. The biggest motivational factor in racing for me right now has been trying to pass my buddies. So me and Landon, we got some history. He has won 90% of the time, but we still want to catch him. So if I didn't have Landon in this race, dude, I might have even phoned it in. It's just incredible how having someone you view as a competitor and want to beat elevates you to the next level. I might have blown past this turn the entire race, and this ended up being a hotline. In the later laps, you see a bunch of people just make this into part of the track. There was an entire section dug in from everyone blowing that turn. Could have used a little more signage. I hope those smooth-brained enough to be watching have noticed the audio has improved. I went to Walmart the other day, got myself a new microphone. So here we are, dude. We get some top-tier premium streaming audio devicing. Improving the program step by step. I've been slacking on the videos lately. Usually I have them up by like Tuesday or Wednesday. But now that I work at like 5 or 6 in the morning, I have to get home from the race. I got home on Sunday night at 9:30. So I left at 3:30, and then after somebody hit a deer and 3 car accidents and a Zaxby's trip, I just get home late, dude. And I got to go to work the next day. No sleep. My body is like dying from crashing 7 times and going through the turmoil that a B-class hair scramble makes the body endure. Let's go! Let's go, dude. So like I've been kind of slacking a little bit on the video editing, but thankfully I gave myself Tuesday off. So I'm able to take the time on Monday night. I got a few Miller Lights with me, and we're making this video happen. We're gonna try to catch Landon here. Didn't find a good line all 5 laps. It just sucked.
This part's fun. I think.
One big difference between C and B class is in C class, I think I could ride a little lazier. I could be like a little more self-preservative and try not to go to my full effort. In B class, I'm telling you, if I want even a marginal chance to compete, it's gotta be just full throttle, like big ball action. And dude, that has directly resulted in me hitting the dirt more times than I really would appreciate. I think I fell 7 or 8 times during this race, and it's all just me trying to be as competitive as possible. I don't have the skill, I don't have the talent, but I do know I can shut my brain off and just give it some gas, and we'll see what happens. We're catching up to Wyatt here. His dad and I had a phenomenal chat on the starting line. We lined up right next to each other until our buddy lined up, squeezed in right next to us. But we talked about Pantera, dude, for probably like 10 minutes. And we talked about our like pre-race rituals. So like I'm a big fan of heavy ass music. I want to hear some blast beats. I want to hear some screaming. That stuff like kind of makes my brain juices start flowing. Makes the effort start coming out. So if you ever like stumble upon my Instagram, you're gonna hear like a bunch of weird music that is just super high energy and keeps the juices flowing. I've had people stumble upon my page and be like, "Hey, what kind of music do you listen to? Are you okay?" Yeah, Fred's fine. Fred's good. Fred went to the gym for a long time when he was a teenager, and yeah, that lifting weights kind of transpires you into a cycle of just how heavy can I go musically. You know, Ronnie Coleman might listen to the Bee Gees while he lifts, but nah, dude, give me some Meshuggah. Give me some friggin' Pantera, dude. Like, give me all you got. Give me that heavy blast beating action.
Let's go.
Oops, I'm gonna cut the video out much more than I anticipated, but it's fine. We're here right behind Landon going through scoring, dude. We're in 3rd place. Landon's in 2nd, and we're like 1 second behind him. So, like, we're gonna just shout in his ear a little bit. We're gonna scream at him. He's gonna roost us in the face. This made it on Facebook. If you're not my friend, you should probably add me.
Ow, Landon! Stop roosting me! That hurt! You owe me Tylenol and a beer! Ibuprofen! Miller Lite! Ah!
Oddly enough, Landon ended up parking right next to me. And after the race, he told me that he kept looking behind himself and he saw me and he was like, "I know I haven't raced for 4 months, but I ain't letting Fred pass me. We ain't making that happen today." We're giving it all we got, though. I think I exceeded my maximum effort today, and we just gave it a little too much beanage, and we tried the hardest we could.
Right behind me.
Oh, Josh Boland's right behind us. I wonder what'll happen next.
Let me let Josh on by. Yep. Woo! You're welcome, Josh. Oh, yeah.
This kind of pace is something I used to keep in my back pocket in C class. We had it on reserve, but now we're in B class. We're using it all the friggin' time. It's exhausting. I know eventually it'll make me better, but it hurts my soul.
Nipples! Yeah!
The bare-chested, bouncing man has got me feeling excited. So maybe Reed Pate was correct in my assumption of my sexuality. Don't ask my wife. We're still right behind Landon. So, dude, we're battling. The heat is on. Let's go catch him. Nipple Man has motivated and inspired me. It's very sobering to see how faster my lap times were when I was trying to chase and pass Landon than when I inevitably like fell in 8 crap 4 or 5 times after this. and he inevitably got away. But no, it is really cool to see how having a buddy that you can compete with makes you keep that momentum and keep this train on rolling. I feel so bad for the CM beginner riders that had to ride this roughed up course. On my 4th and 5th laps, dude, that kicked my butt. Speaking of butt, my cheeks, dude, they're chafed. I need some help. I need some vapor rub on them bad boys. I wonder what my wife is doing right now. Maybe she could help apply that. I never ever ride grass track, even at Durham Town during the concrete jungle highways. I never go fast on the main trail because I'm just scared to go fast. You know, I can be comfortable going like 14 miles an hour in some single double track, whatever it is. But once we start getting the Garmin reading us at like 60 plus miles an hour, dude, petrifying. What? I don't want to break a femur. Break my scapula? My friggin' vertebrae? No, man. If I hit a tree going like 12 miles an hour, it's funny. If I hit a braking bump the wrong way, going 5th gear, dude, yeah, I'm taking a trip in the EMS, in the ambulance, when I'm 5 hours away from home. And once my wife gets that phone call, dude, I ain't going racing again. So we're taking our time here in the grass track. I'm incredibly jealous of all the people that get to ride in this sort of conditions in the mountains in friggin' Tennessee, because where I ride, it's all flat. Sometimes it's clay, sometimes it's sand. And I don't get to experience these types of conditions, so just the only experience I got is what Sorcs gives me. At the end of the day, all I want to do when I race is make Jerry Merrill proud. And based on the expression he gives me coming up ahead, I'm not sure if I did or not. But, Jerry, I assure you, I gave it all I got. There's been a couple rounds in my Sorcs endeavors that I determined to be prove-it rounds, where I've felt that I'm able to compete at a marginally higher level. And the basis of that opinion is based on my performance in those rounds. So it's not always like what result you get. It doesn't matter. Like racing's kind of like fantasy football, where you know, if you score like 72 points, you win if your opponent scores 69. You could be just like total cheeks and still get away with a good finish. Or in a difficult class, like a difficult fantasy matchup, you know, you could do very, very well for yourself and exceed your personal expectations and just still be total ass compared to your competition.
Oh, this is choppy.
That's just how it rolls. But I feel like a couple of those rounds, for me necessarily, were Battle Creek in my beginner class tenure. My buddies and I even went out in Chattanooga the night before, had a bunch of beer and stuff, but I still felt, even though I was like falling on hill climbs and stuff, I was able to start passing people a little more competently and feel a little more aggressive and stuff. My C-class first year would be Sparta. That was when I started realizing, like, you know, I can hang with C-class boys, and I feel like this race in my B-class career is where I start to realize, if I put this together, if I'm riding at the pace I'm riding at, and I can just hold on to the thing and not eat crap and pancake myself, I might be able to start making some noise, at least in 250B. Alluding to what I was talking about earlier in the video, my competitors are now the people I used to look up to. You know, and that's really difficult to come to terms with how short of a career I've had. It's difficult lining up next to your heroes.
Landon, get back here.
This is not a sport that really has any instant gratification. It takes so much strenuous effort to improve at all.
That was nice.
Unless you have like $1 million and a bunch of free time. And you get a little practice track in your backyard. You know, I feel like the only way I'm going to improve is just over time. I'm going to keep showing up to these races, keep giving Sorcs all my money, and we'll get there eventually, but I feel like we're hungry enough to where we're able to set a good foundation for success, and we're just going to keep on. I mean, look at us, dude. We're passing freaking people in B class. It feels really good to spectate this GoPro footage personally. When you're in the moment and you're recording, dude, like, I don't recall most of the race usually when I pull off. So the only times I get to have some introspection are when I share this moment with all my buddies here on YouTube. Another point I want to address is I don't usually do these recaps for the public view. A major inspiration for why I do this is for my own personal little time capsule, right? So I can look back and see the progress I've personally made. It's difficult for me to go ahead and watch a couple of years back worth of videos on my YouTube channel because one, the audio sucks, but I fixed that, and two, dude, I was just what I consider now to be total friggin' ass. And I'm proud of the work I've put in. I'm proud of the results I've gotten. I just might have higher expectations for myself than what is realistically feasible. And, you know, that might be a result of why I'm crying on friggin' Facebook.
I feel like I'm calling ass right now, dude.
And my race recaps. But at least I'll be able to go back in the future and be like, dude, I kind of I recognize, I realize what you feel. We're in the deep thicket woods section, and we're ending up kamikaze and logs through turns, dude. Look at that. Boom. Put the foot out. Boot to the stump. See you later, pal. We're going to make a move on old Pinky here. I don't... sounds like I hit my head on a tree there. I do that a lot. But it seems like we've lost Landon here. We're under this guy's ass, dude. Get out of the way. See you later. Thank you. We're going to go ahead and fast forward through the video, see if we can find Landon again.
Who are these people?
Josh Bowling there on the right. Sounds like he had a problem with his gonkulator. It might have been on the fritz. He had to go ahead and phone in radio my favorite sweeper, Chris Mock. Don't tell Jerry I said that. Prepare yourselves for the highlight reel of fails and montage.
Fuck you. Thanks, I'll call next time. They won't fall next time.
Yep, lap 3, that hotline's burnt in, dude. Everyone's overshooting this turn.
That sucks. Beep, beep. Yeah.
Behold, between the montages, the dichotomy of man.
Fuck off! God damn! Ice pal! You gotta focus, dude. What the fuck?
trying to gain on this guy, but first and foremost goal, get out of Griffin Kerr's way. Guy got second overall in the day. We put ourselves in a precarious position, but we end up making it work, and then we hit the freaking tree here, dude. We're back in the ground. This kind of sucks. Going into the scoring tent, we managed to secure another B-Class Sorcs podium. Thankful for our main competitor, Landon, being there for motivating us. This race proved to myself that I may in fact belong to this group of riders. If I can keep it on two wheels, I may make some noise happen in the B-Class with a little more seat time under my belt. Thank you all so much for watching and supporting me in my struggles. We'll hopefully see you at Blueberry Hill in 2 weeks. We'll talk to the contraband hog farmer himself here.
Woo. How we doing? Hey, pretty good. Third, dude.
Hey, I got second.
Nice job.
You got a massive crack.
I know.
So
I ate crap about 9
is that
times.
this race happened?
No. As long as the lens is fine, we're good.
Oh yeah.
That was courtesy of Clayton Crochet at Cookson Creek. Hey. Huh?
Where were you at?
Dying? Getting fucking launched, dude. You too, dude.
What'd you get?
Third,
Who got second?
Landon,
Landon.
Paul.
Did you like that?
Hate grass track. Can't stand grass track. I thought the woods were sweet. It got beat up though.
I enjoyed what woods we had.
I thought the woods were super flowy. I overshot 30% of the grass track. Oh yeah, dude. Like walking up the brake and sliding.
What I started doing everywhere is my inside knee was just hugging the Johnson grass. I was slapping it. I was right there, and I was staying on the new ground.
Yeah,
And I had more traction.
dude. I was
That
not
way, that
looking.
way, if I'm hugging and it starts curving, I just keep hugging it. I never blow out. But I saw people just blowing out.
I was in the reeds.
Right on the inside.
Dude, it's scary.
Because if they can pass you, but then they go blow it out, and then here I go, right on the inside.
Right on by him. Not bad, man.